back to Lammon Customs. I'm Bill.
I'm Tom.
And today we are going to be working once again on the 65 Ford F100. We want to do a lot of work on the drivetrain, so we're going to pull the drive shaft off. Ours has a two-piece drive shaft, so that has to come off first. After we get that done, we plan on pulling the differential, clean that up. We're also going to pull the transmission and pull the clutch assembly and rebuild that. We're going to take the flywheel off, have that resurfaced. So first things first, we got to get that drive shaft off. So let's get started. This is the good old Ford 9-inch rear end. We got the nuts off the back of the shackles. Now we just got to pry this out, and then the drive shaft, the rear drive shaft, should be free, and then we can pull it out of the front. So that's the next thing we're going to do here, is pry that out. Me and Thomas got the drive shaft off. It's a two-piece drive shaft, so we got that all pulled apart. We're going to continue to keep stripping this down and get ready to start rebuilding it. We want to get the front clip off. We got some repairs we got to make to some of the sheet metal. Going to go through, do some upgrades. We're going to convert this to disc brakes, clean up the engine, go through that. First, we're going to start by getting the bumper off, and then we can start pulling the front clip off. We want to do it all as one. For now, I'll do an evaluation. Let's see what's all damaged and see what's salvageable, what is not. A lot of the parts, unfortunately, for the 64, 65, 66 F100s, they don't make some replacement sheet metal for some of them. They do like fenders, inner fenders they don't, so we're going to see how usable those are, see if they can be repaired. Luckily on this car, we actually kind of lucked out and stuff, like cab corner stuff are not that bad. It's honestly pretty solid. A lot of times these have a lot of rust on them, and it's rotted through. This one, in comparison to most of them, is actually pretty solid. So we got a really good base to work with. We're just going to build off of there and see what we come up with. We're going to get the front bumper off the old truck here. This bumper is pretty dinged up, and they've had brackets welded on, all sorts of stuff. So we're not actually going to reuse it. We're going to actually replace it. So rather than going through the hassle of trying to get all the bolts pulled off, since we're replacing those as well, we're just going to make it simple. We're just going to hurry up and cut them off. So it should have some sort of eye protection. And here we go. Okay, we got the front bumper off, and this one, like I said, is so mangled up stuff. We're now going to try to repair it. So we're just going to throw it in the scrap metal pile. Okay, we got the front bumper off. We went through and bolted all the bolts. Honestly, if you're taking the whole front clip off, there's not a lot. We had our radiator support bolts. There's one on each side. That one was actually missing, and this one was pretty much rusted away. There's a couple bolts that hold the rear of the fender on, and then these fender bracers, there's 3 bolts that hold those on. So we got all those disconnected. There's a bolt that holds the inner fender on down towards the bottom, and then we also made sure we disconnected all of our electrical wiring, and that's all free. Pretty much most of the harness actually stays with the front clip. It just unclips from there, so we should be ready. Ready? 1, 2. There, we got our front clip off. Gives us easy access to the engine, do anything with the suspension, brakes, all that, get that steering column out. Now we have a lot more access. We can also work on our front clip and do all the repairs that we need to that.